breaking news now coming in. The opposition members of parliament have hit out at the government over the suspension of 8 members for unruly behaviour. And one of the AGS-M members of parliament from the left party, Karim, has tweeted, and I quote here, "Suspension will not silence us. We will stand with farmers in their fight." Deputy Chairperson throttled parliamentary procedures yesterday. Suspension of the MPs exposes the coward face of the Bharatiya Janata Party, unquote. So these are strong words coming in from the MPs as well. Congress's chief whip in the Rajya Sabha, Jairam Ramesh, calls it murder of democracy. Let's go directly from outside the premises of the parliament. My colleague Mausami Singh has been tracking all the latest. So Mausami, that's a very defined opposition. They're not willing to just take the suspension and are also reacting simultaneously.
Absolutely, it's not only the Congress party but also the left, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Trinamool Congress that have gone blasting against the government, and in fact the stand of the chairman to suspend these 8 MPs. Ellamaram Karim, who is one of the suspended MPs, is saying that this is absolutely a cowardice act by the BJP government and exposes the undemocratic ways of the government. So really the battle lines here, if you see, Pooja, are clearly defined and drawn, and the opposition is not taking it as a battle that is going to be played out in the parliament. It is also considering that this has a ripple effect on ground zero, and considering the fact that this is concerning the farmers of the country, neither sides are willing to back out, Pooja.
So what are we expecting now, Mausami? Are we expecting more of these AGS members of parliament and other opposition netas to continue to come and react on this? Because this doesn't seem to be dying down anytime soon.
If you see what's happening in the parliament, in the upper house, the House of Elders apparently is adjournments after adjournments, and ever since the House convened today, we had the chairman snubbing the opposition members, dropping the no confidence motion on procedural guidelines. On the other hand, the counter-attack that has been launched by the opposition says, and it points out that there have been procedural violations by the deputy chair. So really, Pooja,
Mausami, as I'm speaking to you, I request you to stay on because I've just now been joined by Bharatiya Janata Party's leader and very active clearly on social media, Amit Malviya as well. Amit Malviya, this is opposition defiant. Opposition is saying we had to react in such a way because the deputy chairperson would not let us build a consensus, would not let us speak, and they were breaking parliamentary procedures. This is an attack directly on the ruling party and the government as well.
Nothing, absolutely nothing can justify the kind of behavior that we saw in the House yesterday. If the opposition had an argument, they had the numbers, they could have voted against the bill. But they neither had the arguments nor the numbers, and therefore they resorted to vandalism. They broke the mic, they tore the book, they heckled the marshals. I mean, is this how members of the Rajya Sabha are expected to behave? It is called the House of the Elders, and what we saw there was petulant kids running around and, tearing paper and heckling marshals.
But
the
also,
whole country has seen their behavior.
But Mr. Malviya, the allegation from their side, and why I'm putting their view to you, is to get a reaction about what the ruling party feels for this, because the opposition says that this was deliberate to get the bill passed and ensure that the opposition gets isolated.
There's a simple question that must be asked of the opposition. Did they have the numbers or not? Did they have the requisite support or not? If the opposition had the numbers and the support, they would not have resorted to vandalism as we saw yesterday. Only because they did not have the numbers and they were not sure on how to oppose a legislation which they were themselves promising in the run-up to 2014 and 2019 election, that they have resorted to this. There is nothing more to it. If the Congress had promised this in 2014 and had it as part of their manifesto in 2019, then why do you think they are now opposing the same legislation which intends to do exactly what has been the demand, not now, but for many decades? This is a legislation that has been in the works for the longest time as far as reforming our agriculture sector is concerned.
So,
Congress would have liked
how
to do
will the
if they had the
BJP
opportunity.
specifically, Mr. Malviya, going to take this ahead? There are protests on the ground in Punjab, Haryana, other states. Opposition is also going to only be a part of these protests, try and push this issue as much as they can, even if the bill has been passed. So how is the party going to deal with this now?
There are protests happening only in Congress-ruled states because they are using some people who have been otherwise part of their political ecosystem to pose as farmers. I saw pictures where new tractors have been pulled out of showrooms and Congress workers posing as farmers are going about it. And I'm not saying that the farmers may not have a genuine concern around it, because there's a lot of misinformation the Congress is trying to spend. We have been speaking to all these farmer groups and communities. There is a constant dialogue that is going on. This dialogue has been going on even before the legislation and the ordinance was brought in May. So there has been a great deal of consensus that has been arrived at. In fact, in 2019, there was a parliamentary committee which put out a report saying exactly what this legislation achieves, that the APMC have become dens of corruption and they must be done away with. The farmers should be given more choices.
But Mr. Malviya, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, that there was a discussion also taking place. All of it was by procedure. But Haryana is a BJP state, while Punjab is Congress-ruled. So to just pin it on Congress-ruled states is not really going to be factually correct as well. There are many farmers who have opposed at least some of the portions of the bill. Final question to you, Mr. Malviya.
The point that I was making is that the parliamentary committee, the report they put out in 2019, had representation from every political party, including those of the opposition and those who are now protesting against the bill. Each one of them have signed on it. So what has changed between the time that they signed on the parliamentary committee report saying that the APMC must be done away with and farmers must be given more choice, to now when the legislation is actually a reality? It's nothing but politics.
All right, fair enough. Mr. Malviya, thank you so much for talking to us. Amit Malviya from the BJP saying nothing.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.